let's learn about The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, there you go, 2015 video game. Quickly, let's cover the basics here. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a 2015 action role-playing game developed and published by CD Projekt. Actually, isn't it CD Projekt Red? Okay, I'm skipping ahead a little bit. Usually I talk about the basics of the game, but I was confused. Hear me out. CD Projekt is basically a parent company called CD Projekt SA. They were founded in 1994, and they basically translated video games into Polish, which it says right here, initially acted as a distributor of foreign video games for the domestic market. They have a baby company called CD Projekt Red that develops original games. That confused me for a sec, but I'm glad we figured that out. All right, back to the basics. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a action role-playing game developed by CD Projekt Red and published by CD Projekt. It's a sequel to the 2011 game, The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings, which had one of the best trailers of all time. Here, let me show you. Witcher 2 trailer. Ooh, what a shot. I love the farmer blow. I also love fantasy bullet time. Gosh, it's so good. If you have not seen this trailer, do yourself a favor and go treat yourself. It is so good! Skadoosh slash death. The reason I wanted you to watch that trailer is because I want you to see how good this developer is at making trailers. Again, it's the third game in the Witcher series. In third person, of course, the game takes place in a fantasy world. And for the most part of the game, we control Geralt of Rivia, one of the coolest characters I have ever played in a game. He's a monster hunter known as a Witcher, and he's searching for his adopted daughter, Ciri, who was on the run from the Wild Hunt. And just so you know, the Wild Hunt is folklore that many countries add their own history to. The leaders of the hunt usually have historical or legendary figures like Odin, Herod, Theodoric the Great, etc. In this game, the Wild Hunt are a bunch of crazy people trying to capture Ciri. So TLDR, Geralt of Rivia is trying to find Ciri, and Ciri is running from the Wild Hunt. Throughout the game, you slay monsters, you upgrade your weapons and armor. You have two swords, which I always thought was pretty cool. A silver sword for killing monsters, and a regular sword for killing humans. Something unique to this game is the 5 spells you can use. Ard, Axii, Igni, Erden, and Kien. I probably pronounced those poorly, but it's telekinesis, confusion, fire, time, and shield. It's got a day-night cycle, and one of my favorite things, the in-game bestiary is one of the best in gaming. All in all, it's a very, very fun game. If you're into action role-playing games, this one's a must-play. All right, now let's go back to the developer. As it says right here, CD Projekt Red, and the publisher is CD Projekt. So CD Projekt Red initially did not have the rights to the Witcher franchise. And in case you didn't know, The Witcher is based on the books by Andrzej Sapkowski. The company that bought the rights in 1997 was Metropolis Software, another Polish video game developer. And it wasn't until 2002 that CD Projekt acquired the rights to it. CD Projekt Red was specifically created to make Witcher games in 2002. They initially struggled making the game, and they went to BioWare and said, hey, can you help us? And BioWare, being the nice company that they are, said, hey, you know what? Set up a booth next to us at the 2004 E3 and let's talk. The first Witcher game cost 20 million złota, which is $5 million USA, and took 5 years of development and was released in 2007. The Witcher 2 came out in 2011, and having it cost $81 million, they made Witcher 3 Wild Hunt and released it in May of 2015. And we already learned a little bit about CD Projekt. They published the game, and their website is basically for investors. CD Projekt Red's website is much more pretty. They call themselves passionate creators of story-driven roleplay games. I would argue nobody could have made a better Witcher game than CD Projekt Red. We break rules, we make rules. Let's check out their games. Holy shnikes. Our games have received 1,300 plus awards. Over 80 million copies sold. It's pretty good. Let's check out the Witcher Wild Hunt website. One of the most acclaimed RPGs of all time, now ready for a new generation. How much is this game? Right now it's $38. My $38 is gonna get me faster loading times, more detail, mods, more mods, ray tracing. They put ray tracing in the new version. Cool. Oh, and it's got more. Looks like you can follow up on the story. I'm a Yennefer guy myself. Looks like they just got a bunch of stuff on the game. They have a news section where it shows patches. Trailers. Booyah! All right, we're gonna find one of my favorite trailers and we're gonna watch it. This is one of my favorite. Killing Monster cinematic. Fantastic.
Evil is evil. Rated M for mature.
Oh gosh, his voice is so sexy. I'm trying to find the witch trailer. I don't see it on here. All right, here it is. Another one of my favorite trailers of all time. The reason I like this so much is the tone. If you haven't seen this, go watch it.
Take this contract.
Rawr. I love how they show the potions in the trailer. Oh, so good. I love this trailer. It does such a good job at setting the tone of the game. CD Projekt Red just destroys with hype and trailer. All right, let's go over the team. Oh dear. The directors of the game is Conrad, Thomas Skiewicz, Mateusz Koenig, Sebastian Stepien, with the producers being Piotr Kurzwojnosiuk. Oh my gosh. Kurzajwanski. Oh, that's way easier than I originally thought. And Jedrzej Mraz. Jędrzej Mraz. Artist is Marian Chomiak. I actually want to find out what she has done. She's got an IMDb page. Can't really find a lot of artwork on her, but I think she did the main art. She's also, of course, as we saw, lead artist on Cyberpunk. The writer is Marcin Blancha, and I want to point them out because honestly, one of the best parts about this game is how good the quests and side quests are. The composer is Marcin Przybyłowicz.
Marcin Przybyłowicz.
Marcin Przybyłowicz. So Marcin Przybyłowicz was the lead composer for Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077. Here's his Bandcamp. Got a couple albums on here. Let's listen to some real quick. Very cool sound. Wow, that shifted. The first thing I noticed when she walked into my office was the legs. I knew she was trouble. It was her eyes. Those damn eyes. Good music. I went through a lot of emotions during that song. Definitely check out his stuff. Cool. The game engine is the Red Engine 3. Red Engine 3 was specifically designed for open world games. Plus, it had a crazy hair mechanic. The Witcher 3 was originally released on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and it is now on Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and the Xboxes. How was this game received? Extremely well. It's got 10 out of 10s I see on the board, 9.75, 9.8 out of 10. The aggregate is extremely high across all platforms, and everybody has good things to say about it. Sales. 1.5 million people pre-ordered it. Best-selling video game of the year in the UK. By June 2019, it had over 40 million in sales. And because of the Netflix television series, it had a huge increase in sales. As of March 2023, the game has sold 50 million units, which puts it at number 9 in the most units sold video game category of all time. Did I mention it won Game of the Year and Best RPG, nominated for a bunch of others, and one more. I put Witcher 3 as one of my favorite games I have ever played in my entire life. Hopefully you learned something. I know I did. And if you haven't played this game before and enjoy a good action RPG, get it, play it, you're welcome.